See how this works. Are we live? Maybe. It's been a while, so I'm making sure I'm doing this all right. We got this right. We got this. What do we have here? We are live. Perfect. It's been a long time since we've done this, it seems like. Okay. It keeps telling me things, and I don't really need it to tell me things. Okay. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. Life's been lifing, and I've been crafting to deal with it. So today we're gonna have a craft and chat. I'm gonna work on this. It's one of the paint gem set of these really wonderful national park series that I have. So these are some of the completed ones already. And I'm going to work on the one for, I think this is Crater Lake, so we'll see what it is. I'll kind of chat with you guys as we go, because why not? Yeah, that's all I've got. What is this telling me? That it's not working? Okay. Apparently my wonderful Wi-Fi isn't super great. Perfect. We're gonna do our best, so that's where we're at. Hi everybody, let me get my screen a little bit out of the way so I can kind of sort of see what's happening here. We'll see. I'm gonna try to stay in the screen. Like, I don't know if I have this set up right, like, yeah. And the lighting in this house, very weird. So we're just gonna go with it. Oops. I'm gonna put a piece of tape on this first so that I make sure I don't accidentally put it down the wrong way, because then it will stick to the glue, because this is all gluey. And that's what we're gonna do today. It's Palm Sunday, by the way, so I hope you had a wonderful Palm Sunday Mass. I just recently got home from Mass and had a little bit of something to eat. Got some, what is it here today? Raspberry lemonade. Wow, my brain. I hope you're all doing well. Let me see, can I fix some of these wonderful settings of craziness? Because it's telling me that you guys might be experiencing some buffer. It's not very smooth. I'll have to deal with that at some point. Hopefully it's not too terrible. So we're gonna see. I usually like pick a corner to start in and then just pick the color and go with it. So this is number 7. So I hope, let's see, how long has it been since I've done a video like this? Like months. We're at the point where it's been a year since I've moved to back to Montana, and life's been kind of crazy. My health has been kind of all over the place. Not really sure where to go from there. Like, it just is. And I noticed there is a lot of shadows. This house does not have very good lighting in this room, and it is what it is. This is where I have enough space for all of the diamond painting stuff that I've been working on. So this is where I've been sitting. And the cat is laying over there. So if Dominic decides to come make an appearance, I'll let you know. Hopefully the streaming isn't too terrible, but I don't know. Maybe I need to invest in some different cameras or something, because apparently it's telling me that it's real choppy. Thanks, YouTube. I don't know how to fix that from here. Can I do that while it's in the middle of doing this stuff? Let's find out. We're gonna see. So many things. Yeah, it's just been crazy to think that we're almost to Easter already. I'm definitely not ready for that. But that's the where we are. Okay, I can't really change settings while we're streaming, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Hope it's not too bad. Let me know in the chat if things are okay or not okay. Is there a deer outside? Who is that? There's a deer that just showed up outside, and Dominic's looking at it one moment. I don't know. I have to like tell the cat not to like try to attack a deer through a window because he's a little bit weird sometimes. It's a really mangy looking deer, so who knows? He's just very excited. I threw out some of the potatoes that had gone bad. We just had some regular potatoes, and so I just threw out a few of them. And the deer are all excited. Hi, deer. There's a picture window ahead of me, so they're just kind of looking and watching us today, I guess, while we work on this. Yeah, things have been weird, but, we're functioning as best we can. It is what it is. I've just been plugging away, trying to not let my health affect everything, which it does, because that's what healths do. So yeah, it's just been a lot of things. I don't even know where to start with like all of that. Work's been a lot. I'm currently working nights, so my schedule is all sorts of messed up for the real world stuff. But it is what it is. I don't mind nights so much. Again, it is what it is. Why is this phone trying to tell me things now? Okay. Life is crazy sometimes. That's all I've got from everything that's just been happening. It just is what it is. These deer are hilarious. They're like trying to eat giant chunks of potato, and it's making me laugh. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, it just is. Hello, Auntie. Good to see you again. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay as positive as I can. Easter's coming up, so hopefully all things will be good then. It's been. Holy Week is going to be a weird one for me because this is the first time for Holy Week when I've lived somewhere that doesn't have scheduled services during Holy Week. Where I live in a little small town in Montana, and our priest comes about, I think it's 60 miles. He comes from 60 miles away for Mass. So he comes on Sunday for Sunday evening Mass, has a Monday morning Mass, and then is back at the other parish for the week. So we won't have the next Mass until the Easter Mass on Easter Sunday in the evening. So it's kind of weird to me to start to be like getting ready for the Triduum and knowing that the Triduum isn't going to be the way it typically is for me because I'm not at the church 24/7. Hello, Lace and B. Nice to see you guys. So yeah, it's kind of weird with the Triduum and not having like Triduum services. Like I'd have to drive the 60 miles to get to the nearest church to go to any of these other services, and time-wise with my work schedule working nights, nothing is lining up. I've tried to figure it out, but it's not going to happen. And then I also got scheduled to work on Holy Saturday nights, so there isn't even an Easter vigil at the church where I live, so that's okay to me. I don't mind that I'm working Holy Saturday night, but it's kind of weird. I'm just trying to like get used to middle of nowhere, small town Montana. And it is very small town Montana. It just is the way things are out here. We don't have options for other things. Even sometimes, depending on when the holy days of obligation fall, will be whether or not it will be a holy day of obligation or a dispensation for our parish, because we literally don't have a priest. The priest is here when he's here, and so that's the way it is. I know it's a little bit odd for people from bigger cities to try to wrap their minds around it, that our priest literally lives 60 miles away, and comes once a week. He does the drive once a week and then goes back. So he'll be doing Easter Vigil at his other parish and then coming here for Easter Sunday evening Mass. So that's when I'll be having Easter Mass. So it's kind of an odd church schedule, honestly, to get used to. Not having daily Masses, not having the church staffed and open is odd to me a little bit, but like I'm getting used to it. It's been an adjustment. And working nights, I can't get to the day stuff anyway because I've tried the Monday morning Mass time would be 2 hours after I get home. So at that point, I'm already exhausted and falling asleep. So I have not been able to make daily Masses pretty much ever since we moved out here. It's just been weird to me. If I'm able to get into the city on one of the days, like not be working or something, then I can get to Mass there. But schedules are different out here. Like I said, it's rural Montana. Things are different, and it's not a city. Definitely not a city. And I don't have a problem with the not a city part most of the time, but sometimes it makes things a little trickier. But hey, it's where I live. Can't complain too much. I'm here because my parents are here, and that's why I'm here. You can probably see that's the one chandelier my dad made a couple years ago. He had fun with things. He just does different projects to stay busy. This table he actually made to it's a puzzle table technically, so like it opens up and there is a section underneath for like a puzzle. Or I like to call it the cat-proof table, so I can put things underneath it that little Mr. Munchkin can't get to because right now he's snoring. So if you start to hear cat snores, that would be the cat too. But like I said, it's just been a couple months, it feels like, of just getting by. Work stuff is very stressful. Can't really talk about it though because I work at a girls' residential boarding school and it's all HIPAA stuff. So there's girls. It is what it is. Teenage girls are crazy sometimes, but we all are. We all know that. So it is what it is. Yeah. And then I'm just plugging away at all that. I'm still working on fully learning everything I can about being a travel agent, so still working on that kind of stuff too. Slowly, we're getting there. It's been an adjustment the last year being back in Montana and near my parents to help out with things, and then life just keeps happening, and no matter what's happening with life, like it just is what it is, and we can't I can't change the life stuff that keeps happening, so it's just rolling with it and knowing that God's got a plan. Not always sure what the plan is, but we'll find out eventually, right? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of these things at these diamond painting type stuff when I'm at work because I do night watch. So once everybody's actually asleep and in their rooms, I just have to do my timed checks in between checks. If I have everything else done for the night, I'm able to do what I would like, and I like to keep my hands busy and feel like I'm accomplishing something without having to think too much. No, I do not have lupus. I have a few other different diagnoses, but lupus isn't one of them. They did test for it. They were very thought it might be that for a while, but no, it's just a bunch of my wonderful health stuff. My body likes to, like I say, my body just likes to make sure that I know that it exists at all times of the day, always and forever. And it really could stop telling me if it really wanted to. Like, I don't need to be reminded constantly that it exists. But it is what it is. Like, I mean, just keep plugging away. Just keep plugging away, smiling, doing the best, because that's all we can do is what we can. Yeah. I'm also not sure if nights is particularly good for my body, but it's less than what I would be doing if I was on days. I know that it's less activity, which is good, but I don't know if this time schedule is particularly good. Now that we're finally getting to spring, I'm finally able to see some sunlight because there's currently some sun out, which is nice. Being where we are in Montana and as far north as we are, almost Canada, that it's definitely doesn't always feel like I can see any sort of daylight, especially during the winter. It's like I exist solely in the dark, and it's weird. Making sure I got all of those letters. I don't think this camera that's doing the top down is very clear according to what I'm seeing, but I'm not sure how to fix that at the moment. Probably making too much noise as I dumped this tray. Sorry guys. My cute little tray makes wiggle noise. Next one I'm going to go across the bottom here, so it's M. We'll see. Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot of different stuff. I just know that we're in Holy Week already, and that's just weird. Like, time is such a weird thing lately, and I've just plugging away at my stuff and like just doing what I'm doing, and then realizing that it's April already. My birthday was already this month, and that we're another year into this thing called life, and it just keeps plugging away. Like, I mean, it is what it is. So I say that a lot, I guess, but yeah, I was doing a lot of knitting and crocheting, and then trying to follow a pattern when I was like getting like brain fogginess. It was just difficult. And the girls where I work, some of them do diamond painting stuff, so I was like, let me try this, because it could be something that I don't really have to think. It's all thought out for me. I get the color it tells me, and it's like a cross between paint by number and cross stitch, so it's kind of got the cross stitch square element, but it's like paint by number. You just put the color where it's supposed to be and see what it looks like when it's done, and it's been easy for me to follow along when when my brain doesn't want to like focus enough to follow like a knitting pattern and make sure that I'm doing everything perfect and didn't miss a stitch and counting and all of that. So it's just been kind of a nice thing to do. I don't know if any of you have ever done anything like this, but I've been doing quite a few of them. I have quite a few that I don't know what to do with now. My dad said he'd make me some frames if I want, but like I don't really have wall space to hang up a lot of these things that I've been doing, all these like diamond painting things, so I'm not sure if there'd be any interest in like attempting to sell them at like a craft fair or something. My mom suggested that, and I'm like, I don't really know that anyone would want to buy any of these like at a craft fair or anything. Most people who like diamond point painting stuff want to make their own, not necessarily buy a piece that's already done, but if there's interest in it, I could list some, I suppose, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. Like I said, it's just been something to do to give me things to do with my hands while I'm just trying to pass some time or things. I typically have been listening to audiobooks when I work on these, especially at work. Once everybody's asleep, I can put one headphone in and listen to an audiobook or watch a TV series or something. I sometimes just watch some of the, like House Hunters International has been what I've been watching a lot of. It's been pretty fun because it's always entertaining to watch people who are from the US or Canada going to places like Europe and looking for apartments and wanting the giant big apartments with giant kitchens and massive bathrooms, but they want a period house that has a lot of character, and it just makes me laugh because you can't get an old house that has a giant kitchen and like a giant bathtub, and it's like that just doesn't exist in old houses. The house I currently live in is quite old, but like it's got technically 2 bathrooms, but one's only a half bath, and that's the one that's attached to the main bedroom, and then the bathroom off the hallway is the one that has a shower bathtub combo. Like, But that's not totally common in Europe. They're like these old little houses, so it's just funny to watch, like, sometimes these people, especially Americans and Canadians who are used to big houses, go there and be like, I want this, and then they're like, yeah, you can't get that. So I've always enjoyed House Hunters International, so it's kind of one of those things I just put on when I'm working on stuff. It'll be like background noise. I'll just listen to it. It's also fun because they'll do shots of where they are sometimes, so it'll be you'll see some really cool imagery from wherever they're moving to or something. So that's fun. I do like watching those. Like, sometimes it's fun to watch, like, people that are moving to, like, Central America, and they're like, I want to live in the jungle but close to town, and it's just funny. I enjoy it. It just gives me something to giggle at that has no stakes, doesn't mean anything to me, but it's fun. It's, like I said, background noise. For books and stuff, I started rereading the Harry Potter series. Because my dad wanted to rewatch the Harry Potter movies, so we rewatched them all over the course of, it was a couple weeks, because we didn't watch them all one after the other. So I started to reread the books because I was like, there's a lot in the books that doesn't make it into the movies. And book Harry is very different than movie Harry, so I kind of wanted to reread them and see how that's at. I finished rereading the first one. Might get to the others. When we had finished watching the Harry Potter movies with my parents, I asked my dad if he wanted to watch Lord of the Rings, and that's when I realized neither of my parents had ever seen Lord of the Rings, any of the movies. And I was like, well, this is a fault that needs to be corrected. So we watched the Lord of the Rings movies. Sadly, I do not have the extended editions, so we watched the regular 3-hour film versions, and they were good. I enjoyed it. My parents enjoyed it, I think. They understood a little bit more of some things then, and I'm like, it was funny, like, some parts they'd be like, you don't like this guy, do you? Why don't you like this guy? And I'm like, wait 5 minutes, you'll find out why I don't like this guy. Or they'd be like, oh, you must really like this guy. I'm like, yeah, this is one of the best characters in the whole movie, so don't talk bad about Aragorn. Anyway, I love him, he's great. Honestly, one of my favorite characters in that series, but that's besides the point. So I kind of am like, so where I was going with this, I've been rereading the Harry Potter books, and when I'm done rereading the Harry Potter books, I'll probably reread Lord of the Rings at some point, with other stuff mixed in there, because I tend to read a lot of books. I haven't read as much this month. Life's just been a little bit weirder. This month's had some odd things come up, some health things, and I don't know why my lighting is, I think I know why my lighting's so weird. I shouldn't say that. I have this really bright light pointing down where I'm working, and it's not helping the camera that's looking at my face. But that's okay. So, yeah, books. I've been reading a lot of books. A lot of books are library books. I've been using Libby a lot, which is the digital public library, which is included with my library card where I live. One good thing about Montana, but even being so as rural as we are, our library cards are access to any library in the state. So you can get a library card anywhere in the state, and it was good anywhere else. And then we have access to one digital library for the state of Montana. So there's some more than it would be if it was just like the little library where I live. So at least there's lots of resources and stuff. And I did discover that on Libby you can kind of like what's called like subscribe to magazines and stuff. So I've been subscribing to and reading the newest editions of like National Geographic and stuff, giving me something different from what I normally would. Why is this really, okay, depends on how I sit where I'm looking, I guess. To figure out this lighting stuff if I'm going to stay doing this lighting and focus stuff. But I just figured I'd try one of these because I'm not at the point that I can sit and edit a video with the way just my body and brain has been and my health stuff. I don't have the hours to put into it. It's just the way to say it. So I don't have the time and energy to film and edit all the videos that I used to do and stuff. But I do still kind of want to have a presence and be here and stuff. So that's kind of where I was thinking I could maybe do like 1 or 2 live streams a month of different things. I figure if I'm going to be crafting and stuff, may as well do a craft and chat, because otherwise, what am I doing? I'm sitting here crafting with either an audiobook on or probably House Hunters International to give me something to laugh at while I do things. So it's like I may as well do things with you guys and chat a little bit, answer questions if there are any, see what's going on. I don't know a whole lot though. Like I said, my life's just been plugging away, making do, existing kind of here in Montana. And, doing all the things that people do. So this set is from Paint Gem. Like I had said in the very beginning, I've got, where did my thing go that tells me what these ones are? I don't even know. I've got like this drawer. There's a giant drawer. Nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Oh, it's probably somewhere else. But it has the images of all of this series of diamond painting. Oh, it's in here where all the other ones are. So it's got the pictures of which ones we're working on here. So I don't know. It's not the most easiest to see somewhere, but I'm working on Crater Lake, which is the top one. So that's what I'm working on today. It's a series by Paint Gem National Parks. I think it's edition 4. There's like 12 of them in this one, so I plug away at them. Takes me about an hour and a half typically to do one this size when it's squares. I'm a little bit slow. I want to get my squares to line up perfectly and look nice. That's just what I do. It just gives me something to do with my hands that I can look at afterwards and be like, I didn't just waste hours reading a book. Even though I know it's not a waste, but that's how my brain says it sometimes, that I have something to show when I'm done with things. So it is what it is, like I said. Yeah, it's been giving me something to do. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'd be more than happy to chat on whatever topics. Holy Week for me is going to be a little weird with work. I do try to usually add some other Lenten practice during Holy Week. So this Holy Week, it'll probably be trying to avoid meat for all of Holy Week. It's usually one that's easier for me to do. And with working nights, it's something that's just be careful what I'm picking to eat. But yeah, I'm not. And then with churches services not really happening where I live, and I'm not driving 60 miles to go to services elsewhere, we're gonna hang out here. And the funny thing is, like, there's 3 other Catholic churches within 60 miles away from where I am. One of them's in Canada. Haven't been to that one yet. That's my goal sometime this summer, is to get up to that one. But the other 2 are in Montana. I've been to the one quite a few times, and the other one I've been to, I think, once. And then my home parish. But we don't get a priest up here as often as would be nice to. I know they are currently working on building a rectory, a priest house at our parish next door. And they're building it nicer, and I think there was a comment at some point within the last year, someone said, they were saying that some of the retired priests of the diocese might be interested in moving out of, Helena, out of the bigger cities and coming up to the middle of nowhere where there's lots of mountains and it's beautiful. So we might end up at some point getting a retired priest in residence so that we could have potentially different mass times or additional mass times without having to wait for the priest to come from 60 miles away. Which is, it is what it is. It's when you're in rural Montana and you're short on priests. Our current priest until the summer when they get reassigned is Actually, we have a Benedictine priest as our pastor. So I believe this is his last, he won't be reassigned again. So he's going to be heading back to their convent. So I don't know who we're going to get. I haven't heard. I don't think it's really been announced yet. But we'll see. And with the rectory, they should finish building it this summer, finish the interior. Excuse me. I'm allergic to my cat. I know I've said this before. Like, I take allergy meds because I have him, but I like him. So he hangs out with me. I don't know if it's been a while since I've talked to you guys. I did. Yes, you probably don't even know. Like, I was working on the process of applying for a service dog. I had mentioned that, I believe, a while back. But I did get accepted to the wait list for the service dog, so it's probably going to be about another year and a half, and I will hopefully end up with a service dog to assist me with mobility tasks and, mobility tasks, fetching things that I can't get myself, helping me be able to do more things because I'm not having to use my energy on things that a dog could be helping me with. So we will see how that works out. I'll keep you guys updated. Kind of working on slowly putting together like an Amazon wish list for dog stuff because it's been a while since I've had a dog, since I was a kid that I actually had a dog. So gonna need all of the things again if I get a service dog. But like I said, it'll be about a year and a half till on the wait list. But I've been through the interviews, the in-person interviews, the doctor paperworks and all that stuff. So it's just a waiting game now for training, because it takes approximately 2 years to train a service dog. Lots of hours go into it, so it's not a fast solution. So it's been in the process of working on applying for a service dog and everything has been about, at this point, almost 3 years since I started the process. So it takes time, but it is a quality of life thing and greater independence that would be convenient. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just see. There's a lot of unknowns happening right now in the world in general, and then my life in particular, it seems like. But the Lord's got a plan. He always does. He takes care of his own, and we are his own. So he's got it. I just don't know what that means yet for me, personally, but it is what it is. We'll get there. All in time. I'm doing these slower when I'm talking, which is totally fine, but it's just kind of, I expect it, I understand, but it's going to build slower, so it'll take longer to see how it comes together. That one was stuck together and just not convenient. I've been working on these since the first diamond painting thing I got was the end of February, so this is all of my extra so far, because I haven't been saving them, because there's no point to save the ones that are off-brand, no-brand ones. So these are just extra ones, so it just kind of looks pretty in this little jar. I can be like, it looks cool. I like it. So I'm going to put the square ones will end up in there when I'm done with the mini sets, because the mini sets all use the same few for the most part. There's a few of them that are the same through all the mini sets. So when I finish this mini set, I'll be able to go through and put all of the minis into there too. Some of these bigger diamond painting companies like Paint Gem, I know does, and Diamond Art Club and stuff, they will send you extras if you run out, because stuff happens in production. They might not send enough of the right color or something, so they'll make it right. So there's no point to really keep extras unless you want to, and they're just like little plastic pieces, honestly. Acrylic or resin. I think these ones are resin because it's Paint Gem. Oh, that's the one that's stuck together. That's gonna bug me because it's like sitting there looking so pretty. But yeah, I do not have any dog names picked out. So the way the dogs go, the service dog will work is I'm going through a company that takes donations and stuff so that I don't have to pay the $50,000 for a service dog. So I don't actually get to pick the dog's name. The dog will have a name when it's about 2 years old, ready to be placed with a person. I'll go to teen training, they call it. It's a 2 weeks in-person training where I'll work with a few different dogs at first. They'll have like 3, I think they said, that'll be about the right, that'll be trained in the right skills for me. And then it'll be whichever dog fits what skills that I need and personality fits well with me, that will be the dog that will be assigned to me then. So, yeah. Ugh. I know, it's telling me that YouTube is being dumb and doesn't have a super good stream health. It's going back and forth between really good and really terrible, and I do not understand. My Wi-Fi is great right now, so yes, you can hopefully at least hear me, maybe see things when it decides it wants to show things. I might have to change some of the settings in my streaming software. It won't let me do that mid-stream, and I didn't want to cancel a stream and restart again because I'm not exactly sure what settings I need to change, so I will be looking into that before I do these again to figure out what I did wrong, because it's been about a year since I've had a live stream, I think, so it's just been have to figure out what my settings were again, recalibrate all the things because everything changes. And since I streamed last time, when I opened the software again, it told me that YouTube has even updated its the way it does live streams. So it was different settings than what I'd used previously. So I kind of was just trying to I picked the basic ones that had presets, but I'm going to have to edit some of those presets, I believe. I'm just going to have to figure out probably the quality, because I do live in the middle of nowhere. So, I mean, while my Wi-Fi is great for me, where I live, it's not necessarily a high-speed, top-of-the-line DSL internet connection with perfect all the time that other people have in like bigger cities or something. So I'm going to look into that. I hope that I can fix things, at least by next time. Yeah, just hanging out with you guys in the meantime, and hopefully, like, on my end, my sending stuff to YouTube says that I'm doing great. The YouTube saying it's receiving me says it's not. So that's where I don't know where the disconnect is coming in exactly with the live stream and being a little bit spotty and stuff. But I will try to figure that out when I'm not currently in a live stream, because I did open my settings and I can't change anything while it's going. So we're just going to have to, deal with this, I guess, for now. Sorry, guys. It's like, I just have to laugh at things or else it's like you're going to cry sometimes, because life's crazy. And that's just the way it is. Oh, I missed one of these other ones. Some of these symbols are very similar, and so it scares me a little bit when they get all similar and that I'm going to put like the wrong one down or something. I think come on. Now my computer thinks it's updating something. Please don't. Whatever you think you're updating, computer, don't do it. It's been a lot recently, as you can see. Like, life's just been lifin'. Life's been lifin'. Number one, I can't even think properly. Some of these colors are so pretty, though. Like, this color here is just very beautiful. So we're working on the trees around Crater Lake, I believe, are these colors. Oh, it's telling me it's working on updating things. I'm like, can you just stop attempting to update life while I'm attempting to use my computer? That'd be great, computer. The computer's like, yeah, no. I'm going to do all the things right now to make Amanda's life as complicated as possible, as one does. And that is a different color. I think that was this one. Well, it is now. I do my best to try to figure out these. Well, who knows? I'm just impressed that the cat hasn't come to figure out what I'm doing yet. He is currently asleep in a laundry basket of I need to fold clothes tonight. He's asleep in that laundry basket, just, snoring away softly over there, living his best kitty life. And then later he'll come, try to figure out what's up with the rest of things. Yeah, it's just... what are we in? We're in the month of April, so this month is Easter coming up. We're in Holy Week. Not much else happens for me this month, but next month I do have a specialist doctor appointment again, so if you can keep that in your prayers, that'd be great. I'm hoping everything goes well. I don't exactly have the best track record with specialists being nice to me and not telling me everything's in my head, because that's apparently their favorite thing to tell people when we don't feel well and we're chronically ill. They're like, are you sure it's not in your head? Are you sure you haven't exercised? You just don't need to exercise. I'm like, yeah, no, exercising makes me pass out. So obviously that's not going to work. So it is what it is. But hopefully this appointment will go well. It's a follow-up from my regular appointment was in like November, so it's been hanging on for a while. Things don't happen quickly when you live in the middle of nowhere, Montana. I can tell you that much. Just kind of time happens at its own pace, and we try to do what we can do. These ones are very similar in color to the tray, and I don't think I poured out enough of them because I'm going to have to put more out to finish up this color. I think we're like, this is the island, I believe, in the middle of Crater Lake. They're somewhere. They're hiding on the other side from me. So many things. Yeah. I did go down to, in March, I was down in Orlando for a few days for a conference. I ended up going to Universal Studios for the very first time, obviously to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter stuff. I'm not really a thrill ride person, and Universal has a lot of thrill ride, roller coaster type stuff. So I honestly just went and walked through the Harry Potter Land things, both Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, and took some pictures. I did ride all the Harry Potter rides, I believe, because I wanted to say that I had. But Universal Studios was pretty cool. Like I said, I'd never been before. Little dryer sheet is annoying me. Sometimes they get a little staticky because they're just like plastic pieces, honestly. And so they can kind of stick together, or plastic or resin. And so I put a little dryer sheet in with them, but that's besides the point. Universal Studios, it was fun. It was a lot of walking. I definitely did way too much, and I even had my walker with me, so I could like stop and sit when I needed to and walk slowly, but it was a lot of walking. I would not recommend doing it walking again for me. I should have taken my wheelchair if I knew I was going to be doing a theme park, but I wasn't thinking. Also was traveling by myself, so it's not as easy to take the wheelchair that I have for that, because the wheelchair I have isn't a custom wheelchair. It's just a folding manual wheelchair, so it's not specifically designed for individual use the best. I mean, it's good for what it's good for, but it's not. It would not have been ideal even there, because it's just not. It is what it is, I guess. Again, I say that a lot. I know I'm realizing that as I'm doing these wonderful lives. Let's see what else is coming up. So we've got Easter, May. We're getting into spring again, at least. So, well, it's not like particularly super warm yet where I live. We do have, so the sun is coming back. So that's super nice that we still have sun. It's currently 7:22 here, and we have a little bit of sun coming in, so that is good. Makes me feel like I don't live in a dungeon or, in the dark, which is how I normally feel working nights, that I just exist in the night all the time. It's always dark. And that's just part of working nights. But hopefully, like, the stream catches up with my computer, because my computer says it's doing great. The YouTube side of things is where it says we're not. Did I change this setting while I'm doing this? No. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, because like even my computer side isn't saying that it's freezing, but I know you guys in YouTube itself is telling me that it is having difficulties. But I don't know why for sure. Not sure what settings I'm going to have to change, but I'll mess with things at some point. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should mess with specifically, let me know, because like I said, it's been quite a while since I've done one of these. I'm hoping to do, like I said, 1 or 2 a month. Possibly not another one this month, just because this month is kind of crazy with Easter happening and some other family stuff going on. But we'll get to what we get to when we get there. Yeah, I'm just going to work on this tonight, I think, for a bit, finish up these little ones. I feel so accomplished when I finish these little ones. I do feel like it's just like something I can be like, I've done it, yay! I should get better about posting things on Instagram again, because I just haven't been posting much anywhere, honestly. I've been posting stuff in Discord, and there is a link for the Discord in the video description. I'm pretty positive. I usually have one there for Discord if you want, because that's where I post most often, like photos of things I'm working on. I have like a crafty section in there. I have a book section, just like little updates on whatever's going on, and you guys can all chat too. It's kind of like a little community thing. If you want to, you're welcome to join that. But I'm going to try to post to Instagram again. I was like staying away from social media for a while, and because I just, every time you open up social media, I feel like I'm seeing people are showing their life at the best, and I know that. But it just kind of feels a little off sometimes when my own body, my own health is being ridiculous, and I don't feel like I'm able to like compare. I know we're not really supposed to compare, but like, you know, I don't feel like I can compare to what's happening or like relate as well. So it's just rougher sometimes to open social media when chronically ill stuff is happening. So yeah, I do know that there is a group of consecrated virgins that have been started a podcast. I believe it's called Wildflower Reunion. Now I want to check to make sure I said it right. I listened to the first one. I haven't gotten to enough of them because life happens. Where are we? I'm trying to make sure I tell you the right thing. Yeah, Wildflower Reunion. It's just a wonderful group. It's 4 consecrated virgins started it, and yeah, they've had 7 episodes so far. So I would recommend listening to those. I need to listen to the rest of them too. Like I said, life has gotten the best of me in so many different things. It just feels like I'm struggling to keep up sometimes, but I know we're not really like keeping up, but you know what I mean. Like struggling just to exist sometimes. And it is what it is. So it is what it is. At this point, it's been like almost 50 minutes of me talking while I attempt to work on this that's very slow because I keep talking to you guys and looking up and making sure that my settings are all good. This piece is coming together slowly, so we'll see how long it takes to get through it. I don't know, should I stay on until I finish it? Because that'll be like probably like an hour. I don't mind sitting on with you guys, but I just kind of want to know if you all would like me to stay on live for that. Or I can just post a picture when I'm done. I know there'll definitely be pictures in the Discord server. Yeah. Just gives me something to work on. makes my hands feel like I've accomplished something when I'm done with like sitting for an hour. I can be like, look at what I've done. This one does take longer than some of the ones I've been working on that are circles, because the squares have to be like an actual square when you put them in. You can't put them in like, turn them like 45 degrees and they don't fit in their little section. So it is what it is. Again, I say that a lot, I'm realizing. Yeah, I really don't have anything super exciting in life. I mean, probably going to make salmon burgers tonight because I know I have some in the freezer and I like salmon burgers. Yeah. Probably going to stop at the store tomorrow and get tortilla shells because I'm out of tortilla shells, and tortilla shells, in my opinion, are a staple in a kitchen because I will put just about anything in a tortilla shell. I like to do, lately I've been doing like lots of quesadilla type stuff or like cheese roll-ups in the microwave. I dropped one. Hopefully it's not a necessary one. But cheese roll-ups in the microwave are fun. Just like, they're like the Taco Bell cheesy roll-up type stuff. Cheese quesadillas on the stove. And then I've been doing tortilla pizzas, kind of. Sorry, my fingers get in everything. So what I've done is I've like taken the tortilla and you put like a little bit of olive oil on and like some garlic and stuff, and then I put it in the oven for a couple minutes just until it starts to brown up a little bit and puff up. Then I'll pull it out and put on cheese and toppings and put back in the oven until it's like toasty and melty cheese and goodness. And then I'll have like a little mini pizza because it's tortilla size, so it's like got a super thin crust then. And that's kind of what I've been eating a lot of. Like I said, I am currently out of tortillas. Sad day. So I will have to go grab some more. Tortillas are glorious. They're a really great food staple for me. What else is new and exciting in my life? Nothing really. Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot beyond that. It's like, we're in Lent. It's Holy Week. Easter is coming. I'm really looking forward to Easter. Like I said, adjusting to having different schedules now that we're in rural Montana versus being in any sort of a city that has multiple churches with different mass times. It's just, we have one parish here and the priest that comes from 60 miles away. So schedules are interesting sometimes, especially sometimes in the winter when you never know if those 60 miles are going to be a drivable 60 miles or not. Yep, and I work nights yet, so I'm pretty much up during the night. I try to keep the same schedule even when I'm not like at work. Like I'll stay up my work hours so that way I don't have to worry about trying to fall asleep. Like try to alter a sleep schedule. Wow, words are hard sometimes. So I'll probably make myself some coffee this evening and work on some of this stuff. Maybe watch a TV show, read a bit. Obviously, I have to fold the laundry the cat is sleeping on top of once he wakes up because poor Lord Dominic, he would want to have his good nap time. Apparently, that it's the best thing ever to nap on my clean clothes. I did put a towel on top of them because I knew this was going to happen. That if I left them out when I went to church, he would be sleeping on them when I got home. And I was correct. So, it'll be fine. He's why I take allergy medication, because he's a good kitty cat most of the time. Sometimes he's a little bit weird. He really has been enjoying watching turkeys and deer, especially as spring is coming and they're hanging out again. But the other night we were watching stuff and he got really excited out the window, and we found out that I looked out and there was like an orange cat running around in front of the house, and he was trying to figure it out because he's like, what are you doing out there? He's a little bit spoiled, my little Dominic, so he's like, I don't really want to be outside unless it's for a reason. I have taken him out on the leash a few times out here, leash harness stuff. Um, he just tries to eat some grass, and then he's like, I'm done, can we go in? So he's not really an outside cat. He's definitely a spoiled little brat, but that's okay, because he's Dominic. It is what it is. And that one there, I missed putting somewhere. I don't know which color it is anymore, so it's going to go into my jar of colors. Because then I don't need to worry about where it is. Yeah, Mexican food is great. There's not really any really great Mexican restaurants out here. Like, some of them they think they are, but they're not, because we're in rural Montana. It's just not the same. I do miss some really great restaurants. There was a really great restaurant when I lived in Oregon for that year. That was a great restaurant. My parents actually stopped there this last year. They were driving around the coast, just in their camper, driving around, and they stopped and had dinner at that restaurant that I think is my favorite restaurant in Oregon, and they were very excited. They told it's a little small little place in Hood River, Oregon, and it's tiny. It's not a chain or anything, and they were like, oh yeah, my daughter said this is the best place, we had to stop here, and it was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, I remember them. They probably knew my order yet. Probably not. It's been too long. But I do like Mexican food. I have had some stomach issues with refried beans recently, so that's kind of not nice to my darn poor stomach, who has to, like, deal with itself. But we'll figure that out, y'all, in time. I mean, my body likes to be weird, and different things at different times upset my stomach, and it's part of my, my body just likes to let me know that it exists. I'm like, thanks, body. I know you exist. You don't need to keep reminding me that you exist, but my body thinks it does. Therefore, sometimes things that were safe foods are suddenly not sometimes, and that's kind of weird and scary, but it is what it is. My body being my body. Get in there, little things. Yep, okay. I don't know that I put enough of these out, because this one's like a partial, it's like a broken piece. So I'm gonna put that in the extra ones too, so I don't accidentally use it. There's some more. I'm not gonna have enough, but we'll do our best. I'll pull out some more from this thing. That's what it's for. Sometimes trying to guess how many you need is funny, because it's just never gonna work. TV shows lately, like I said, it's been House Hunters International, just because that's been easy. I haven't watched a whole lot of series lately. I did rewatch Reba. It was on, I believe, Netflix. I rewatched that. Ugh. Throwing things around. I did finish rewatching Reba, because that one was just like nostalgic for me, because that was one that I grew up watching. And I have been kind of sort of rewatching Gilmore Girls. I'm only in, I think, season 3. Oh, my nose is a little drippy, but that's okay. Oh, it's not like dripping out. It's just like I can feel it. Getting ready to sneeze. But I've been kind of rewatching Gilmore Girls. Sort of. Haven't really found any TV shows lately that are like super exciting. I've been watching a lot of like documentaries, docuseries, like different shows. I was watching like Extreme Airport Africa from the Smithsonian Channel. It was pretty good. It was kind of fun. I know there's like Ice Airport Alaska was one that my parents had been watching. My parents and I, we were watching The Floor. We've been watching that one together when it comes out with new ones. So I'll go there and we'll watch those ones so that we can see who's smart. That one is kind of a fun show to watch if you've never seen The Floor. It's like a game show, but it's a little bit different. The rules are kind of weird, but it's like you have 45 seconds to answer questions back and forth, and whoever wins that piece of the floor. They're trying to win all of the territory on the floor to win like $250,000 or something. So that one's been just like a fun like trivia type show. Don't really watch a whole ton of TV series for the most part. TV show type stuff. I probably should find some new series that are like interesting, but I haven't really gotten into most of the stuff lately. Like I know there's a lot of like medical dramas and stuff that a lot of people watch, but I'm kind of over medical dramas. I'm like, my whole life basically feels like a medical drama, so I don't really want to watch another one. Just, that's a personal thing. And I don't really like watching the crime shows, like the murders, mystery solver type stuff, so I don't really know what for TV shows wise, like, I don't know. Like, there aren't really a whole lot of good ones recently. I have a feel like it just feels like there aren't as many. I did this before Christmas. I had finished rewatching Sabrina the Teenage Witch because, again, what a wonderful series. The best character in the whole thing is, of course, Salem the cat, the animatronic that is absolutely a terrible animatronic, but glorious at the same time because it is so nostalgic. Yeah, that is great to me. But yeah, I haven't found anything recently that's been caught my attention TV show wise. I did watch Moana 2 was on Disney Plus, so I did watch that a few weeks ago. That one was interesting. Like, I feel like there was so much that wasn't answered though. Like at the end, I get to the end and I'm like, where's Bat Lady? Because like Bat Lady didn't show back up, and I was kind of sad about that. Hope it's not a spoiler for anybody. So I just feel like they set it up for another movie. I'm not sure I want to watch all of their remakes that they're doing now, like their live action remakes. I know like Snow White's coming out or something, and I'm just not there for it. Like, I'm like, can we just make different good movies again instead of like remaking things? I mean, I get that apparently remaking things makes money because otherwise they wouldn't be doing it, but can we just have some new TV that makes sense again? Like, that's good. Like, it feels like it's been a while since we've had a good new TV show or like Disney movie or anything too, like an original. I mean, I did watch Wish a couple months ago, but that one was like, I was confused by part of it. I didn't think it was super great or anything. It did have a good song, but I don't know. I'm just like, maybe I'm just cynical about movies and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right word, but like picky, I guess. I don't know. I just haven't found a whole lot of recent TV that's that interesting to me. It is what it is, though. If you got any suggestions, let me know. I've got time to throw things on when I'm trying to stay up at nights, when I'm working and stuff too, so. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of audiobooks, though. Just reading through books that are on my list or ones that the library has in stock. A lot of fantasy, because if I'm reading, I tend to read fantasy because I want to escape reality, not dwell in reality. Maybe that's kind of my problem with TV shows too. Like, they're all so, I don't know. I just want something that's different, that's not reality. But then again, I'm not a fan of some of the ones that are, there's just too many spin-offs that are like Marvel based and stuff, and I don't care about Marvel, really, honestly. Maybe that's news to you guys, but I don't really care about the superhero, Marvel, DC, comic, whatever things. Like, I never got into any of that, so I don't care. It's just not me. So, I don't know if that makes any sense. But, Dominic jumped down. He heard me talking. He's going to probably come up to say hello. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? Hi. Gonna come up, say hi to the people? He's like, pick me up. Here he is, the little munchkin himself. Yeah. You gonna say hi? Be like, hi, I'm a kitty cat. He's so silly. He likes to sit with me when I'm doing whatever I'm doing. Like, he will sit in my lap while I'm working on these, and it's the funniest thing. He's a silly cat. I'm gonna try to get his nose into everything now, too. He's very much attached to me. Definitely still is. Let me see if I can adjust my camera just a little bit so you can see him. Just sits over here and hangs out. We'll have the Dominic cam. He's like, this is my life now. I chill with my human. He likes to just be held and to be given love and attention. And I know this is taking away from your love and attention. You poor little munchkin. Poor little boy. I know. I'm not giving you love. Lick my hand if you need to. Say hi. They're all saying hi to you. Hi. He's a silly cat. You gonna cuddle with me? Be my best friend? He's like, I am your best friend. What are you talking about? I try to go to work with you and everything. He does. He's been trying to climb into my backpack to go to work with me the last couple times I've gone to work. It's pretty funny, actually. I'm like, dude, you're a kitty cat. You don't get to go to work with me. You wouldn't like it. You don't like new places and new people very much? Yeah, I know. You gonna go somewhere else now? Oh, thank you, buddy. Walking directly across. That tail of his is gonna get himself in trouble, huh? What are you doing? He's probably going to lay down right behind the computer because he thinks I'm talking to him now because, you know, he's awake and functional now. So obviously if I'm talking to him. Silly kitty. He's a strange kitty cat. But that's okay. What are you trying to eat? That's not yours. I told you it wasn't yours. He's like, yes, it was mine. Everything belongs to me. I am Dominic. Silly kitty. Yeah. Don't know what he's going to do if when Service Dog shows up because he